One gun in the house can create a serious problem, even if it is not yours, even if you never touch it, and even if the legal owner says, "Do not worry, it is mine." The issue is not just ownership, it is whether the law thinks you had access. The direct answer is sometimes yes, a person with a felony can live with someone who legally owns a gun. But the real question is not just who owns it. The real question is access, control, and supervision rules. This can turn into a new criminal charge, or a probation violation, or a parole violation. In the worst cases, it can be the thing that sends somebody back. So, we're going to break it down in plain English. Same house is not always the problem. Federal law is usually focused on possession, and possession can be broader than most people think. Courts may look at the real setup, not just whose name is on the receipt. So, the setup inside the home matters a lot. Under federal law, a person convicted of a crime punishable by more than 1 year generally cannot possess firearms or ammunition. That is the basic rule. But it does not automatically mean they can never be under the same roof as a gun owner. So keep this simple. The address is not the main issue. Access is the issue. Control is the issue. If you remember one thing, remember that. This is where people get caught off guard. Actual possession is the obvious one. The gun is physically with the person. It is in their hand, waistband, backpack, car, or otherwise under their direct control. Think immediate access, something they can grab, move, or use right now. Constructive possession is where this gets tricky. The person may not be holding the gun, but if they know it is there and they have power and intent to control it, that can still create risk. That is the part people miss. A gun in a shared bedroom closet can be a problem. A firearm in a nightstand both people use can be a problem. A gun safe can still be a problem if the person knows the code. And do not ignore ammunition. Loose ammunition in a kitchen drawer, garage cabinet, or shared closet can create risk. A gun in a vehicle the person drives can also be a problem. Same with a key to a locked room where guns are stored. This is why the phrase, "it is not mine," may not be enough. Ownership matters, but access can matter more, especially if the storage setup makes it look like both people can use or control the firearm. The legal gun owner has responsibilities too. Do not hand them a gun. Do not give them the safe code. Do not give them the keys. And do not ask them to move, clean, hide, transport, or guard a gun. Even a helpful favor can look like access. Federal law can also create risk for the gun owner. If they sell, give, or transfer a firearm or ammunition to someone they know or have reasonable cause to believe is prohibited, both people can end up in trouble. Now, if probation, parole, or supervised release is involved, be even more careful. Supervision rules can be stricter than regular firearm law. They may say no guns in the residence at all, or no weapons anywhere the person can access. An officer may care whether firearms, ammunition, weapons, or dangerous devices are in the residence, vehicle, workplace, or anywhere the person can access or control. Home visits, searches, and questions can come up fast, so the storage plan has to hold up under real scrutiny. If you are on supervision, do not guess. Ask your officer for written guidance before moving in or keeping guns in the home. State law and supervision conditions can add more rules, so talk to a qualified criminal defense attorney in that state. If possible, remove all firearms and ammunition from the residence entirely. If guns stay in the home, the person with the felony should have no safe code, no keys, no room access, no ammunition access, and no role involving weapons. Keep proof of who owns the guns, where they are stored, and that the person has no access. Rights restoration is complicated. Some convictions may not count if expunged, set aside, pardoned, or rights were restored, but only if the restoration does not still ban firearm possession. The paperwork and exact wording matter here. Do not assume your rights came back automatically. The stakes are serious. Knowingly violating the federal prohibited person firearm rule can carry up to 15 years in prison, a fine, or both. That is why this is not something to handle with a guess. So, can a felon live in the same house with someone who owns a gun? Sometimes yes, But it is risky unless there is no access, no control, and no supervision rule banning guns in the residence. Before anyone moves in, get the rules clear. The biggest mistakes are shared storage, safe codes, ammunition access, guns in shared vehicles, and assuming ownership is all that matters. If this helped, subscribe to Fresh Start Society and visit freshstartsocietyhq.com for more information.